in terms of adding these particular names in terms of how it was more of a diversity play for the portfolio or for our defensive stance within the new economy play. As last time I was on, we'd added in the consumer space, we'd added in the dairy space, we'd added in the bio space. Really, this is just us trying to rotate within new economy, and we feel that the negativity has already been absorbed into the pricing. We feel that from a supply chain point of view, things will start to improve in the short to medium term. And I do believe that from an onshore sales point of view, though potentially peaking, that we do see some potential upside again, medium to longer term view. I'm really just trying to stay away at the moment from the streamers, the gamers, the content side, and X-Mates Man, the e-com space, and really trying to add that level of diversity into albeit a defensive portfolio. Defensive, yes, and as we say, that there's still this debate between value versus growth, and whether that's going to be economic rotation versus inflation is going to be on and on and on. But if we stick in the new economy space within China, I just feel a more level of diversity is prudent at the moment. As sentiment, I would akin to be fragile.
Okay, Andrew, that's really interesting. And I wonder, too, when it comes to the EV push in China, whether you prefer to play it from the supplier angle and the battery makers rather than the EV makers or the OEMs themselves. And the reason I ask that is because there's also been a conversation as to whether or not Tesla risks losing some of its dominance to some of the domestic players. I mean, just now we're hearing China's market regulator saying Tesla will recall 734 imported Model 3 vehicles in China. We don't know the details of what's behind that recall yet, but it does make me think of the recent road bumps that Tesla has hit there. And do you think there are some opportunities to be had with the domestic players?
I do, and I feel that the inevitability of the Tesla dominance in lieu of what some of the domestic manufacturers and more domestic manufacturers to come is going to definitely play out. So, I feel the EV market in itself, to me, to be honest with you, in terms of the supply chain, is probably where I would prefer to be as opposed to the actual manufacturers. That being said, I do believe, and I agree with you, that the dominance that Tesla currently, I guess, looks at globally will start to dissipate and wane as the other manufacturers, either global or domestic, start to uptick and play this EV space as it seems to be the future.